Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for another video. Now today I'm going to be talking about kids shows. Now, about a couple of years ago, I put a video on YouTube on Magic TV, and it was how to run an awesome kids party. And what I did is I put up my full kid show, or one of my full kid shows. And then I broke down each trick I did, why I did it, and what we can learn from that if you want to be a kids entertainer. Now that was super well received, and people continue to talk about that video even now. You can go watch that video just by searching on YouTube, how to run an awesome kids party, Craig Petty, it'll come up. And it was like a 2-hour video. It was a great video. I've had so many people contact me that say they do kid shows now because of that video. Anyway, I genuinely believe that being a kids entertainer is amazing. I love being a kids entertainer. Yes, I'm a close-up magician. Yes, I'm a stage magician. Yes, I'm a creator. Yes, I do all of this stuff. But I love performing for kids. I really do. If I didn't love performing for kids, I wouldn't, because I don't need to. I love performing for children. And I think that as you will learn so much as a magician learning how to be a kids entertainer. It'll help you perform for children. It'll help you understand them more. If you're a close-up magician, it'll give you experience performing to a group of people, which helps you transition into stage shows. And also, being a kids entertainer also gives you another advantage, which is extra money coming in. You know, it's a lot easier to get a kids show booking than it is to get a close-up magic booking. So, I wanted to do a follow-up video on how to do a kids show. And I thought about filming another one of my kids shows with a completely different set and showing you that. And I thought, yeah, I could do that down the line. But then I thought, why don't I do it with Ryland? Because Ryland's been doing kids shows. He's 10 now, obviously. And a lot of people think of him as a stage performer and a close-up performer. Ryland's been doing kids shows since probably the age of 4, maybe 3, something like that. So he's got a lot of experience doing kids shows. And because I run a kids entertainment company, he goes out and does kids shows all of the time. And he's quite good at it. He's really good at it. So I thought what I'd do today is I'd do a video where I show you one of Ryland's kid shows. Now there's this one that I'm gonna show you was filmed at a fun day at a school. So you're gonna be able to see the whole show. You're gonna be able to see all the different effects. We're not gonna cut anything out. And then after that show, I'm gonna break down what he did and talk about a few points and give you some pointers on performing for kids, so that if you decide to perform for kids yourself, this is something that you can take on board. So this is kind of like part 2 to how to run an awesome kids party. If anything, it's how to run a kids party, Ryland edition. So first of all, you're going to see the whole full performance. This is performing outside. It's never fun performing outside. And there was probably about 200 to 300 people watching this show, including kids, including adults. It was very Covent Garden style, so it's completely going all the way around the outside. But let's have a look at the performance. Here it is. This is Ryland's, or one of Ryland's kid shows.
Okay, so who here likes magic? Put your hand up in the air if you really like magic. Put your hand up in the air if you really, really, really like magic. Put your hand up in the air if you really, 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 really like magic. Put your hand up in the air if you really, 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 really smell. Okay. Well, would you like to see some magic then? Yeah! Okay, well, if you want to see some magic, you've got to be a good audience. Do you think you're a good audience? Yeah! Are you sure? Yeah! Okay, well, to be a good audience, there's 3 things that you need to be able to do. You need to be able to clap your hands super loud. Okay, so you're going to put your hands out like this, and on the count of 3, you're going to clap them super loud. 1, 2, 3. Now show me hands, show me hands. Now what colour should your hands be if you've clapped them super well? Red. Red, yeah. Put your hands up, can I see any red hands? No red hands, no. We'll try it again. Look, you need to warm up. Did I hear someone laughing? Stop laughing, it's not funny. It's not funny, stop laughing. It's not funny, don't laugh. Don't laugh, it's not funny. Look, everyone, put your hands out like this. You're going to rub them together. You're going to wiggle, rub, wiggle, rub. wiggle, rub, wiggle, rub, wiggle, rub, wiggle. Perfect. Perfect, right. So I need everyone to put their hands out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Show me hands, show me hands. Red, 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 green, red, 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 green. Have you been picking your nose, George? George. Well, the second thing that you need to be able to do is you need to clap super loud. Who can, no, you need to be able to cheer super loud. Who here can cheer? Can you cheer super loud? Are you ready? Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this is going to be like a little game. When I do this, you're going to be super noisy. When I do this, you're going to be quiet, super fast, okay? Right, so try it. I'm sure we can do it a bit quicker. Ready? One more time. Perfect. Right, now the final thing you need to be able to do is you need to be able to sit on their bottoms facing the front. If you turn around, if you stand up, walk away, you're not going to be able to see anything, okay? Right, so you need to stay sat down. Right, okay, now who would like to learn a trick? Who would like to learn a trick? Well, I'll tell you how a trick is done, but first I need to show you it. Now here I've got a cane. It's like a little cane here, right? Now everyone needs to shout a magic word. Has anyone got a magic word? You, what's your magic word? Abracadabra, has anyone got another one? What, yours, what's another one? Alexam? Did hear someone say Alexam? Yeah? Right, I think we'll use abracadabra. So I need everyone to shout abracadabra as loud as I can on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I think you need to shout it a bit louder. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on, I'm sure you can do it a bit louder than that. You know when you're at school and your teachers tell you to be quiet? We're at school, but we're on the school playground and we're not inside. So we need you to make some noise. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Look, now I did say I'll tell you how it's done. Would you like to know how it's done? Yeah. Well, how it works is you see I've got 2 handkerchiefs up my left nostril. I'm sniffing the cane out my right nostril and blowing the handkerchiefs out. What? You don't believe me? You don't believe me, do you? No. You don't believe me, do you? Look, the handkerchiefs are here. They're here. Look, you don't believe me? Would you like me to prove it? Look, the cane's still up my nose. Look, it is. Look. Try and get it out. There we go. There you go, got it. I told you. I did tell you. Right. Now, who saw me on BGT? Well, if you saw me on BGT, you know that I like Rubik's Cubes, yeah? I like Rubik's Cubes. Now, the thing is, I know some of you can actually solve Rubik's Cubes, so it wouldn't be that impressive if I actually solve it. So what I've got here is I've got a normal Rubik's Cube, but I've also got a box. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put the cube inside the box like this. Cover the box up. You can see the Rubik's Cube in there. Right, you ready? I'm going to do something a little bit different, and that different thing looks a bit like this. It's now a cylinder. You can see it's not a cube anymore. Right, okay. Right. Now, I've got so many cubes that my mum once said she's not going to buy me any more cubes. But that's not a problem. Do you want to know why that's not a problem? So I can make cubes by magic. Would you like to see how I make my cubes by magic? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Super sure? Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got my magic bag here. And this magic bag is empty, but I can make some Rubik's Cubes appear out of it. Watch. so, could you just start mixing that cube up for me? Just mix it up, yeah? Mix that cube up, yeah, that's fine. Right, okay. Now, who here likes colouring in? Who here likes colouring in on paper? Who here likes colouring in on colouring in books? Who here likes colouring in on their grandma's living room wall? Who here likes colouring in on their brother's face? Who here likes colouring in on their sister's face? Well, who would like to colour in my face? You can't do that, that's naughty. No, you can't do that. Well, here I've got a picture. Now, as well as colouring in, I also like Lego. So what I've got here is I've got a Lego picture of myself. So it's me as a Lego character. I'm just going to put that there. We're going to try and do some magic colouring to colour that in. Now to do some magic colouring, we need invisible colours. Now I've got some colours here. Yeah, right, so here's my colours, as you can see. So we've got some colours here. Now all we need to do is turn them invisible, okay? Right, so I need everyone to shout abracadabra as loud as you can. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3! And now the colours are invisible. What? Look, we'll try it again, even louder. 1, 2, 3! And now the colours are invisible. Look, I need everyone to grab some colours. Everyone grab some colours. We all got some colours, yeah? Grab your colours.
I'm just grabbing them.
Got them? Has everyone got some colours, yeah? Yeah, okay. Right, we'll put the colours away. So you've all got some colours. Now what you're going to do is you're going to throw the colours at the pictures. Okay, are you ready? So you're going to throw the colour at the picture. You ready? Right. 1. No. We don't want a little throw like this. We don't want a normal throw like this. We want a big throw like this. Hiya! You ready? Think you can do that? You ready? 1, 2, 3. And now the picture is coloured in. No, it is. It's coloured in. Look, everyone grab their colours again. Grab the colours. Got the colours? Yeah. Got the colours? Are you ready? Right, 1, 2, 3. And the picture's coloured in. I know, we need a magic wand. Everyone, throw the colours at the pictures. At the picture. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna have to tell me. Is the picture coloured in?
Yeah.
Is the picture coloured in? Is the picture coloured in? Yes, the picture is coloured in. You can take that. You can just have it. There you go. Now, George, you've been mixing that cube, yeah? That's completely mixed, yeah? You happy? You've been mixing that the whole time, yeah? Mixed. Right. Now, what I'm about to do is one of the hardest things. I'm going to try and solve that cube blindfolded. Now, honestly, this is pretty hard. Now, I'm going to take the cube. Now, make sure you can't see through that blindfold. Can you see through that? No, you can't see through that. You can't see through it, yeah? Have a quick check. Definitely not. Right, so I'm going to put the blindfold on and I'm going to try and solve the cube. Are you ready? Okay, right. Get it on. Right, I'm going to study the cube, then I'll solve it. Oh. Okay, right. Okay. Right, who here has smelly socks? Who here really has smelly socks? Well, I've got some smelly socks, and they're that smelly that my mum won't even wash them anymore. But that's not a problem, because I've got my own washing machine here. You see, it's my washing machine, and I've got some of my socks here. Very stinky. I'm going to put the socks inside the washing machine, and when they come out, they're going to be clean. But we need a magic word. Then that magic word will be smelly socks. So everyone's going to shout smelly socks. I'll turn the handle, and then it'll be clean. Are you ready? Right. 1, 2, 3. And now the socks are clean. No, they're not. Ah, that stinks. Ah, that stinks. Ah. We need to just shout smelly socks even louder. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And now the socks are clean. Wait, what? Stripy socks? I can't wear this. It's too long and it's stripy. How am I supposed to wear this? Oh, and it smells bad too. Ugh. Look. Do you know what? I'm sure that we need... How about if we get someone that can wave a magic wand? Who can wave a magic wand super well? You, what's your name? Lucy, could you please join me up on stage? Now, give it up for Lucy, everybody. Everyone say, hi, Lucy. Hi. Wave at them, Lucy. Wave. Everyone say, hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Right, now, I've got the magic wand. So what you're going to do is you're going to wave the magic wand, give it a wave, and then you're going to flick it. So you can wave it, flick, okay? Yeah, like that. Now, when you do it, yeah, you're going to do that, okay? And then we're going to shout smelly socks. Are you ready? Right. 1, 2, 3. And now the socks are clean. They're too small. And they smell bad too. Ugh. These wouldn't even fit my sister. They wouldn't even fit my sister's socks. Ugh. I mean, my sister's dolls. Look, we'll put them back in. Look, how about if you wave it and then you jump? So you jump and wave it, okay? So see how high I can jump? Can you jump that high? No, can you jump that high? Yeah, ow, definitely. Ow, that hurt. Right, so you're going to jump and you're going to wave it, okay? Right, everyone on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And now the socks are clean. Socks that have got holes in. Oh, and they smell bad too. Oh. How am I supposed to wear these? Do you know what? We'll put them back in. How about, instead of saying smelly socks, you all shout clean socks. Maybe that'll make them clean. So you all need to shout clean socks. You jump away the magic wand, and I'll turn it super fast. Are you ready? Right. Right. 1, 2, 3. And now the socks. I still got holes in them. Oh, and they smell one. No, we'll put them back in. Yeah, how about that? How about Lucas's idea? Everyone shout clean, clean socks. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Clean socks. And now, let's have a look. They look normal. They look normal. They smell nice. We've got normal socks. Give it up for Lucy, everybody. Thank you. Right, my sister, who here likes cuddly toys? Right, well my sister has quite a few cuddly toys, and she loves playing with her Mickey Mouse. She's got Mickey Mouse and she loves playing it. She's got a chair, she's got a table, she'll put Mickey on the chair and she'll play with him for hours. Now the thing is, I couldn't actually find Mickey, but I was able to find Mickey's chair and table. Now I've got them with me. You see, I've got the chair here and the stool here. You can see we've got the stool here, table here, and we got the chair here. Yeah? Right, okay. What we're we're going to do is we're going to try and make the chair and the stool change places, okay? Right, we'll do that, right. So we're going to cover them up, and everyone's going to need to shout, change places. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Change places!
Then everyone keep peek. That's a chair. That's a table. Now we're going to change back. 1, 2, 3. And now the table is back over here, and the chair is back over here. You don't look impressed. Oh, you want to see them, Swill? Oh, okay. Right. Everyone shout change places on the count of 3. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Change places!
And now the table is over here, and the chair is over here. Look, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. Look, we'll cover the table up, and we'll cover the chair up like this. Are you ready? Everyone shout change places on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we have a chair over here, and hopefully there's a table over here. Yes, there's a table over here. Look, we'll do it one more time. One more time. We'll cover the chair back up, and we'll cover the stool back up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And now the table's over here, and the chair is over here. Like that. Now, would you like to see it one more time? One more time. One more time. Are you sure? Right, okay, we'll do it one more time. We'll cover the table back up, and we'll cover the chair up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And now we have a chair here, and we have a table here. Mickey? What are you talking about? Oh no, I left Mickey at home. Mickey? Mickey? Mickey, what are you doing here? Okay, well, we'll cover Mickey back up. We'll cover the table back up, and we'll make Mickey and the chair change places. 1, 2, 3. And now you can see that the table is over here and the chair is over here. Where'd Mickey go? Maybe Mickey needs a bit more time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. So everyone say Mickey. 1, 2, 3. And now we have a Mickey. Right, instead of having to wait for Mickey, we'll do Mickey at the same time as the chair. We'll cover the chair back up. We'll cover the table back up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Now we have a chair with Mickey and a table. This we go. There we go. Perfect. Right. Now, Mickey, I'm going to take you and I'm going to put you over here. Mickey can go there. So everyone can see Mickey. Now, we'll also cover the table back up. Right, so the chair's here, the table's here. 1, 2, 3. Now the stool is over here and the chair is over here. Mickey? Mickey's brother? Mickey 2.0? Look. Which one's the real Mickey? We'll put that Mickey there. Right, we'll cover the table back up. Everyone shout change places. 1, 2, 3. Now we have a chair here and a stool here. What? A blue chair? Where did we get a blue chair from? We'll cover the blue chair up and we'll take it away. We'll put the blue chair here. Right, we'll cover the table back up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, the table's over here and the table's over there and the chair's over here. What? Another blue chair? away. Like that. Right. In fact, you know what? Why don't we make a yellow chair appear? 2 yellow chairs. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And we have 2 yellow chairs, just like that. Look, you're probably wondering, where has the table gone? Now, how about we make two red tables? Do you want to make 2 red tables? Yeah. Right, everyone shout red tables on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we have 2 red tables. There we go. Right, who here has smelly shoes? If you've got smelly socks, you've probably got smelly shoes. Who here has a smelly shoe I can borrow? You got a smelly shoe I can borrow? Anyone? Have you got a smelly shoe I can borrow? Could I borrow a shoe? Got a smelly shoe I can borrow? No? Have you got a shoe I can borrow? Can I borrow a shoe? Can I shoe? Shoe? Okay, we got a shoe. Is it smelly? We'll check. Yeah. Oh, that's smelly. Yeah, right, that's definitely smelly. Yeah. Yeah. That can go in. We put the shoe inside the box like that.
Luca, your shoe's dangerous.
And now, we close the box and we turn the box on. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the box and we'll put it here. Now we need a magic rhyme. Now, luckily, I have a magic rhyme. Would you like to hear a magic rhyme I've got? Right, okay, so you need to follow the actions. When I say wiggle your fingers, wiggle your fingers. When I say wiggle your toes, wiggle your toes. When I say wiggle your ears, wiggle your ears. And when I say wiggle your nose, wiggle your nose. Are you ready? We'll have a quick practice. Are you ready? Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your ears, wiggle your nose. Right, are you ready? Now we'll try that, but we're going to add hocus pocus at the end. Are you ready? Right, we're going to do a little bit faster. Are you ready? Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your ears, wiggle your nose. Everyone shout hocus pocus. And now, let me just have a quick look. You don't want to see what's happening there. You really don't want to see what's happening there. Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. Do you really want to see what's happening inside the box? Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news, Lucas. The good news is your shoe doesn't smell anymore. The bad news is the reason it doesn't smell is it's not there. Look, I can show you. Look, it's not here. It's not here. It's not here, is it?
What? It's right. It's in the front.
It's not here. It's not in the box. Wait, I've just remembered. I brought a shoe collection with me. Look, I've got a shoe collection here. Very, oh, tangled. Alright. Okay. Right, okay. Right. I've got a shoe collection here. Now I'm going to just put the shoe collection down. I'm going to put that back in my pocket. Okay. Right. I'll put the shoe collection on this table. Like this. Okay. Now there might be a shoe in here you want. Should we have a look? Should we have a look? Okay. Right. Let's see what we got. We've got this. Do you want to wear that? No. Do you want to wear that? Do you want to wear that? 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 It's got a screw in it anyway. Do you want that? 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 Good, so I've got infinite shoes in here. That? That? I really have got infinite shoes in this box. Anyway, there is one more shoe. Would you like to see what the final shoe is? Well, the final shoe is a sandal. I'm joking, it's a croc, and it's yours. Give it up for Lucas, everybody.
Luca.
Thank you.
How was sitting there?
Thank you very much.
So, that was one of Ryland's kids shows. So now we're going to break it down and we're going to talk about each individual section of the routine, and we're going to talk about what he did, why he did. And the first thing that you'll notice is he did a warm-up. Now, for me, the warm-up is the single most important part of the show, because there's two types of kids in an audience, right? The super shy kids that are a little bit shy, they're a little bit reserved. They're the sort of kids, if you look at them, they're going to cry. And then there's super excited kids, the ones that are going to bounce around and they're going to bounce off the walls. Doing a warm-up at the beginning gets the kids on the same sort of page as you. It gets the kids super excited. It gets the super excited kids calm down. It gets the super shy kids and brings them out their shell, and it does it in a way that's also really fun and entertaining, and it sets the groundwork of what you want the kids to act like for the rest of the show. So you saw Ryland's warm-up. It's very different to mine. If you saw my warm-up and you saw Ryland's warm-up, it's very, very different, but it hits the same sort of point. So he comes out and he goes, "Hey, my name's Ryland." Now you'll notice at the beginning he says, "Put your hands up in the air if you like magic. Put your hands up in the air if you like magic." That's really important. It's really important for a kids show to be interactive, right? And part of the way of making it interactive is asking lots of questions, but you've got to ask the right type of questions. You don't want to sit there going, "So what would you like to eat for dinner tonight?" Because your average kid is going to go there and go, and that's going to kill a show dead. You want to make sure that there's no dead time. There's no dead space. You want to make sure that there's no quiet moments in a show. My thing is that every 5 seconds, something should be happening to entertain the kids. It might be something magical, it might be something to make them laugh, it might be something to get them interacting, but something should be happening all the time. And you see that right from the very beginning. "Hey, put your hand in the air if you like magic. Put your hand in the air if you like magic." Right from the very beginning, he's getting them to put their hands up. He's getting their attention. Now, the other thing is, don't be afraid to ask the same question again. At the beginning of a show, it's going to be, some of the kids are going to be a little bit quiet. You want to bring them out their shell. And how do you do that? Asking the same question again, like, "Have you got loud voices?" "Oh, come on." You saw Ryland say it during the warm-up or just after the warm-up. "Hey, when you go to school, you're told to be quiet. Well, we're at school, but we're on the school playground. We want to be really noisy. Make some noise." It's really important to get them all really excited and get their energy levels up. That's really important. And when you ask a question, if you don't get the response that you want, ask it again. "Oh, are you guys really noisy?" "Yeah." "Oh, come on, you can be louder than that. Are you guys really noisy?" This warm-up is the point where you're getting that energy up there and you're laying the groundwork for what to expect. He's also getting the kids to cheer. He's getting the kids to clap. He's getting them used to that. He's getting them all really kind of animated, and that's all really important as well. But I want you to notice when he does that bit where he does this. That's so important, because one of the things about a kids show is... two things actually. First of all, you don't want the kids all standing up and jumping up and coming over. So the way you stop that is by getting them to understand that when I do this, I want you to be really quiet. I want you to listen to what I'm trying to say. Because he does that at the beginning of his show. So then later on when he does that, if he needs to do that, they understand what that is. But the other thing is, you're going to have kids in the audience that are super well, okay, there's no such thing as a naughty kid. That's a lie. There is. However, a lot of kids that are considered naughty, they're just super excited and they want to be part of the show, right? So if you can involve those kids in the audience in your show in one capacity or another, even if it's just looking at them in the eyes when you deliver the line, they're going to be more on your side. So asking them who'd like to come up and help, you look for the kids that put their hand up really quickly, and you know that those are the kids that you want to try and get involved, right? The other thing that doing this does is it establishes credibility. A lot of the time when you're performing, whether it be at an outdoor event like this or maybe a kid's party, the problem is, a lot of the parents are going to be like, "Oh, have I done the right thing? Is the magician going to be any good? Is the kids entertainer going to be any good? Are they going to turn up? Are the kids going to like him? Is he going to be as good as the entertainer I saw last week?" They're worried about everything, and they're worried about whether you're going to be any good specifically. So at the very beginning of the show, you establish credibility. If you do this, and then you do this, and like in this case, a couple of hundred kids are quiet straight away, immediately that client's going to go, "Oh, wow, okay, this person knows what he's doing. Right, yes, I don't have to worry." And now you can just get on with enjoying the show. So the warm-up's really important. Now, after the warm-up, he went into his cane routine. Now, I think that just like with close-up magic, when you do your first trick, it should be quick, it should be visual, and maybe something that the kids haven't seen before, right? Quick, visual, something they haven't seen before. And that's what this cane routine does. As soon as he's finished the warm-up, he says, hey, I'm going to make this cane disappear. It's something very easy that the kids can understand. But also, it looks incredibly impossible, right? It's a big cane. It's as big as Ryland. I'm going to make this cane disappear. That's probably unlike anything that they've seen before, because most kids entertainers don't do the vanishing cane, right? So it's probably unlike anything they've seen before. It's very easy to understand because they understand the concept of making something disappear, and it's going to look amazing when he makes it disappear. So it's quick, it's visual, it's like, wow. The adults are going to love it. The kids are going to love it. It's going to look great. And you saw from the live performance, it does look great. When a big cane turns into two hankies, you saw the reaction he gets, right? So you want to do something quick. You want to do something visual. But also notice when he did it, it didn't work straight away. Because what he's doing, this first trick, is the extension of the warm-up. He's still trying to get the kids excited. So it's like, right, I'm going to make this vanish on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you need to be a little bit louder. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you need to be as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Boom. You've got that moment. It's over in a couple of minutes. But right there, you've established credibility. People are super impressed. The adults are going to be super impressed. And to be honest, on that subject, by the way, I firmly believe, genuinely, that the magic that you perform in a kid's show should be something that's impressive for the adults. Because a lot of the time the adults are watching. Yeah, the kids are watching, and ultimately you're performing for the kids. But if the adults are involved in it, if the adults are excited with it as well, then what's going to happen is the kids are going to get excited. And ultimately it's the adults that book the parties. So if you're a magician and you've impressed the adults, you're more likely to get an extra booking. So my attitude is, when you're performing magic, do something that the adults are going to find impressive as well as the kids. And this is a perfect example of that. Boom, it establishes credibility. Everyone finds it impressive. But then you've got the follow-up to this, which is sneezing the cane out of his nose, right? And the other thing about kids' entertainment is saying stuff that kids find funny. That's really important, right? You know, you look at Justin's house and people like that, and that whole thing is him just being silly. Now Ryland's a kid, so it's a slightly different thing, but it works for Ryland. But for adults especially, when you walk out and you say that you're a magician, from a kid's point of view, you're an adult with superpowers. Now, a lot of kids look to adults for the answers for all of the questions. You know, that's why kids ask a million questions, right? They do. They ask a million questions about everything. They think the adults have all the answers. And like I say, you're an adult with superpowers. Now, if things start going wrong, or you start saying stuff that's silly, kids are just automatically going to find that funny. You don't have to try to be funny. They're going to find it funny. They really are. Stub your toe in front of a kid and then see what the reaction is. They're going to be laughing their ass off for about like 5 minutes long, right? So part of it is understanding your character and saying stuff which is just ridiculously over the top and silly. Now, Ryland doesn't have a problem with that because he's a kid anyway. So it kind of works for him, but it works for everybody. But, you know, this moment where you've made this cane disappear and you go, well, who'd like to know how it works? And notice he just doesn't go into it. It says, hey, who'd like to know how it works? A lot of the time it's like, put your hand in the air. Who'd like to know how it works? It's getting them involved, asking questions all the time. Who'd like to know how it works? Well, I'll tell you. You know, I walked out on stage. I had the handkerchiefs up my nose. When I blew, I sniffed the cane up my nostril, and I blew the handkerchiefs out the other nostril. And that's how it works. And it's that funny moment. And notice when he said that, they didn't really say much to him. So he says, hey, you don't believe me? A lot of the time in a kid's show, it's prompting the response that you want. So he didn't get the entire audience going, I don't believe you. Maybe they believed him, I don't know. So he said, hang on a minute, do you not believe me? And that's prompting them to go, no. And you go, hang on a minute, you didn't believe me? So a lot of the time, it's kind of like getting them all excited and getting them to be more vocal. No, well, I'll prove it to you. And then he did the thing where he did the appearing cane and the cane came back. Now, normally, when he does that, he sniffs the cane out of his nose and it flies across. But everybody was standing around him in an archway, and I asked him afterwards, and he was like, well, I was worried if I fire the cane off like that, it's gonna hit somebody in the head, and I didn't want to hurt anybody, so I did it as more of a classic appearing cane. But normally when he does that, he brings his hand up to his mouth and he goes achoo, and the cane flies all the way across the room to the other side, and it's a real awesome visual. It's almost like watching a cartoon, which I think a good kids show should be. It should have moments like that where it's almost like watching a cartoon, right? And Ryland does that. It's like achoo, but he produced it as normal, and that's the other thing, by the way. Be adaptable, understand your environment. Like in that case, Ryland made the choice there and then just to make it appear and do a achoo and make it appear in front of him, because he knew that he couldn't do what he normally does. You never know the environment in which you're going to go and perform into, so you have to be flexible. So from there, he went into Infinity Cube and won. Now, Ryland uses a lot of music in his show. Always has. And not that much music in this show, actually, compared to normal. But he normally uses quite a lot of music in his show and has pieces done silently. Now, that's something you don't see a lot in a kid's show. But because Ryland's so into pieces to music, he includes it. Now, the Infinity Cube and Wand is great because he's known as a cube kid, right? Because of BGT, a lot of people in the UK know him as this kid that does magic with Rubik's Cubes. So he includes this right at the very beginning to kind of get that out of the way. And again, notice the hook line to this. Oh, you know, I've got so many Rubik's Cubes at home, my mom won't let me buy any others. Now that works for him as a kid, his mom not letting him buy any other Rubik's Cubes, but it wouldn't work for an adult. But you have to think about the hook line that you're going to use. Hooking the kids' attention is really, really important. You know, if you say, I'm going to do a trick with a pack of cards, kids couldn't care less. But if you say, hey, you know, let me show you what I do to get toys by magic because my mom won't buy me anymore, now all of a sudden, every kid in the audience is paying attention. Now, notice, again, it's also about dealing with problems as they occur. So in this show, he uses, he does the production of the cubes, and then after the production of the cubes, he does the stuff with the wand, which looks amazing. And then he does a production of cubes again. He gets the bag back out and he does an explosion where all the cubes explode out the bag. Now, he adapted this performance both beforehand and on the fly for a couple of different reasons. Normally, when he produces the cubes, he puts them on a table. Now, the problem is those are cardboard cubes, not real cubes, and he was performing outside and it was kind of windy. So he said to me before the show, I'm going to drop them into my dump bag. That's the other tip, by the way. Always have a dump bag to throw your props into so you can get them out of the way and it's not clogging up your case. He's like, I'm going to throw them into this dump bag and just drop them in. And the music will cover the fact that they're not hitting the surface, but I don't want to put them on the table and have them blow away. That'll look weird. So he decided on that before the show, right? Which was great. He also decided not to do the explosion. And the reason he decided not to do the explosion is because and this is something you need to learn when you do kid shows, if you do something and there's something that falls on the floor, the kids will get up and they'll go after it to go and give it back to you. They're trying to be helpful. Despite having told them to sit down, they're not going to. And he turned around to me and he said, if I do the explosion and all those cubes fall on the floor, those kids are just going to run over and grab them and it's going to be not good. So I'm going to just produce the cubes, do the super wand, and then do a quick production of cubes the second time. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Now, in the show, you'll notice he was standing right close to the case. And the reason is when he went to get the second bag, one of the cubes had popped open and all the other cubes were starting to open as well. And so he kind of had to fiddle and he wanted to stay close to the case in case there was a problem with the cubes being produced. So, which is fine, and it still looked great. But one of the things you need to understand is it's only, you know, people ask me all the time, well, what happens if a trick goes wrong when you're performing it? Well, if a trick goes wrong, you deal with it on the fly. You think about all the different ways it can go wrong and you fix it at the spur of the moment. In this case, the bag opened, so he knew he could still do it, but it had to be close to the case. Think about your tricks beforehand and think about how they can possibly go wrong or not go wrong. That's really important. Then, after the Infinity Cube and the Super Wand, he went into the colouring frame. I love colouring routines, always have, always will. Colouring routines are absolutely amazing. This is the colouring frame Practical Magic. It allows him to do a colouring routine with his own picture. So he's got like a Lego version of him that he uses in his big stage show. He's got like a Lego picture of him that John Morton created for him. And in this particular routine, he makes the picture of himself color in, and the kids help him. Coloring routines are a perfect example of grabbing the kids' attention. It's a perfect example of using a hook line. Hey, you know, kids love coloring in. Doesn't matter what the age of the kids, they love coloring in. So you use the hook line, who likes coloring in? You're going to grab the kid's attention immediately. But then notice he follows it off with something silly. Who likes colouring in on their sister's face? Who likes colouring in on their grandparents' living room walls? It's a silly thing to say that's going to get the kids laughing. Remember, every couple of seconds something should be happening. It doesn't have to be a magical moment. And then you've got the crayons, again, there from Practical Magic, making the crayons vanish. The perfect example of that is try to think about the routine that you're doing and think about all of the different moments that you can include a magical moment. He could just get the colors grabbed from the air and use their imagination, but why not use a prop and make those colors magically invisible so the kids can grab them? Think about all the different places in your show that you can add magical moments. And again, and you see it here. You see the so you see the it's not working immediately. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working, and eventually it works. And the advantage of using the coloring frame is he gets to give the picture out to the audience. And if you're doing a birthday party show and you give that picture out to the birthday kid, that's a really nice moment. So then after that, he goes into the blindfold cube solve, which is again done to music. Now the thing is, this is thrown in there mainly for the adults. You know, I was at that show and I was listening to people and they were like, oh my God, I can't believe this kid's solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. That's insane. That's crazy. But the kids are invested in it as well. A lot of kids entertainers will move away from this and won't do magic to music. But as long as you've got something that they're interested in, then they will absolutely be invested in it. And you saw every single kid sitting there focused on Ryland's performance. Kids understand a Rubik's Cube. They know it's the world's best-selling toy of all time. Kids understand a Rubik's Cube. They know what a Rubik's Cube does, how it works, what you're meant to do to turn it and not turn it, and so on and so forth. So, and they understand a blindfold. So when you stand there and you solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, that's something that's going to grab people's attention. Now, it could be a little bit boring solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded and just having the kids stand there or sit there watching it, which is why he's got some really cool music. Round Table Rival by Lindsay Sterling. It's really upbeat, it's really fun, it's really exciting music. Have that music playing while he's solving the cube and it gives the show a bigger feel. Musicality is so important. It is as important in a kid's show as it is in a stage show. And I encourage you to go check out any of Scott Alexander's work on musicality, because he made me think differently about music. And honestly, hopefully, if there's one thing that you can see from Ryland's show, it's that routines with music really do work. So after the blindfold cube solve, he goes into the washing machine. And again, the washing machine is just a really fun thing. It's going wrong. It's going wrong. Kids love magic when it goes wrong. They find it hilarious. Like I say, you're there basically as somebody with superpowers and you say you're going to do this, and when you don't, it's really funny. A couple of things I want you to notice, though, about the washing machine. First of all, the hook line. Who's got smelly socks? You know, it's a really fun, funny hook line. He's saying stuff that people find funny, the kids find funny. But the other thing is look, no, see. Now, I talked on my other video about looks, no, see, so I'm not going to go into it too much here, but it's the whole idea of something happening when the magician isn't looking. Because kids aren't used to going to live theatre. So if you do something and it happens and the kids look at it and, you know, they'll probably clap, they might not. But if you have that thing happen when you're not looking, they're going to be screaming. So the perfect example here is like, right, I'm going to make these socks super clean. Let's have a look. Oh, they're super clean. They look great. They've got holes in them. What, they've got holes in them? No, they haven't. That look, no, see is a really great way of getting the kids interacting with the performance. And also notice the reaction. Kids find it funny if your reaction is over the top. I always say that your reaction as a kid's entertainer should channel your inner Jim Carrey. Yes, absolutely 100%. If Ryland took those socks out and they all had holes in them, or they, you know, they're little socks now, and he went, oh, they're little. It would get no reaction. But it goes, they're little. I can't wear these. They're not going to fit on my sister's feet. They're not even going to fit on my sister's doll's feet. This is ridiculous. Again, it's funny. It's really, really funny. And it's magical. And you know what? It's something that kids can relate to. It's like the coloring routine. Kids, if they could do magic, they would color in by magic. If they would also make their socks clean. All kids, you know, they really would. It's something that every kid can relate to. They know that socks get dirty. They know they get dirty. And then here's Ryland with this magic washing machine, right? So you then got the chair game. Now, the chair game is a Torah Magic product, and it's kind of one of Ryland's signature tricks. It's a trick that basically is like multiplying bottles, but with a chair and a table. I love the chair game. I think it looks amazing. And I think that the addition of the Mickey Mouse is great. Now, Ryland does this sometimes longer, like here. Sometimes it's a shorter routine. Normally when he's performing to a lot of people with adults and kids, it's a longer routine like it was today. But when you're performing a longer routine with lots of phases, it's really important to vary it up and make it different. So first of all, you've got the thing where they change places, then they change places again, then Mickey Mouse appears, and then Mickey Mouse disappears, then Mickey Mouse reappears, and now you've got two Mickey Mouse, and now you've got a different color, and now you've got a different color, and now you've got a different color, and it's just incredible magic. And again, it's the sort of thing that an adult really enjoys as well. All of these tricks are, an adult would watch them and really find enjoyment in them as well as the kids. And I think that's something that you really need to understand. And I also think that this is the sort of trick that packs small and plays big. It does pack really small. It packs into a case about that size, but it plays massive. It really does. And this is one of my favorite tricks that Ryland does. It plays really big to a whole audience, and I think that's really important when you're performing. Make sure that your trick plays big, even if it's not a big trick. Have that one routine in your show that plays massive. That's the perfect example with the chair game. And if you're having a multi-phase routine, make sure that you're keeping the kids' attention. Now, the final routine, which is the vanishing shoe, Ryland rushed through it in this performance, and the reason is he was overrunning. There was another act that was meant to be on, and the head teacher was kind of gesturing to Ryland, so he rushed through this, which is fine. You know, sometimes, again, it comes back to the fact that sometimes you have to adapt to situations that are completely out of your control. When you're being booked as an entertainer, one of the most important things is that you make sure that the client's always right, okay? You need to make sure that the client's happy, and if the client's saying, then you need to hurry up. So, if there's one thing that I can say about the vanishing shoe, it's end big. A lot of magicians that I've seen, especially kids entertainers, they don't think about their final piece. Their final piece isn't the most impressive part of their act, but it's the one that they've chosen to end on. And sometimes I've spoken to kids entertainers and they go, yeah, I just end on whatever. I really do believe that the final trick that you do in your show should be something that plays absolutely massive, that should be more impressive than everything else that's in this show. And this is a perfect example. You know, he's got that case on the floor from the very beginning, and he borrows a shoe, the shoe vanishes, and it appears inside the case that's been there from the very beginning. It's a great moment. It really is. It's a moment that everybody nobody understands what's going on. It's like, hang on a minute, how can the shoe be there in a locked box that's been on the floor from the very beginning? That makes no sense whatsoever. It definitely has that this is the end of the show feel to it. Now, this particular prop is from Climax Magic. There's normally a lot more jokes. There's normally a lot more bits of business. There's normally a lot more kind of going on with this particular trick than what you saw there. But Ryland cut a lot of it out to hurry the routine on because he was running late. This is normally about a 7 or an 8 minute routine with lots of gags and lots of jokes and bringing kids up to the front and getting them involved in what's going on and having them hold a magic wand, and then this kid holds a magic wand and all this different stuff. But all of that was cut out. But again, that's something that we can learn from. If you have to cut something out, understand, think ahead. Think, right, if you're running over, what are you going to cut out? What are you going to cut out to still get the same level of effect in there, but, you know, you can race through it a lot quicker. But yeah, if there's one thing that I can say about that, it's make sure that you have a big finale. Because here's the thing. running a kids show is very, very easy once you understand about how performing for kids works. The only thing you need to make sure of is they sit there and they pay attention. Kids are very, very honest. If they don't like your performance, they will stand up and they will leave, or they will boo you, but generally they will stand up and they will leave. They will not invest their time in something that they're not interested in. So your goal as an entertainer, as a kids entertainer, is to do a show that's going to keep their attention the entire time from beginning to end. If you can do a show that's going to keep their attention from beginning to end, that's 95% of the work. And then, you make sure that the show is enjoyable and entertaining and so on and so forth. But there you go. That's a breakdown of Ryland's show. It's a breakdown of everything he did, why he did it. It's not his only kid show. He's got like 4 different kid shows, but this is the one that he chose to do that I filmed so we could look at it. But yeah, there's hopefully, if you're new to kids entertainment, or you've never done kids entertainment and you're planning on doing it, or maybe you're an experienced kids entertainer, hopefully there's something that you can learn from watching that performance, even if it's just a trick you might not have seen before, or a bit of business that you might not have seen before. Whatever it is, hopefully there's something that you've learned from watching that. So there you go, guys. That's another review. That's not a review show, is it? That's another video in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again tomorrow with another video. But if you haven't already done so, go join the Netrix, www.thenetrix.com. We're putting a load of kids show tricks in there right now, so you can go and check that out. And also, please don't forget, as well as all of those kids tricks that are in that show, as well as all of the kids tricks that you saw in this show, we're starting to put a bunch of stuff on the Netrix as well that is designed for kids entertainers and stage entertainers, which is something that a lot of people have requested. Also, don't forget that we've also got a Discord server now attached to the Netrix, and myself and Chris James are growing that into the biggest Discord server in Magic. You want to be a part of it, go check out the Netrix, www.thenetrix.com. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.